I think Everett Ross might have some competition.
Can see my favorite colonizer.
Yep, Kang the Colonizer. At least we'll say this variant of Kang is a colonizer. He came into the quantum realm. He's an outsider. He colonized this little area and made its citizens his slaves, helped build his army and his machines and everything, and pretty much went to war with the people there and took over a little area of land. So I hope if Shuri gets to meet this variant of Kang, because that's kind of been left open, that his behavior is properly addressed. So I'm just going to talk about this movie and tell you some of my thoughts. Tell you what I liked and what I didn't like. There isn't a whole lot of what I liked. I left the movie kind of just feeling whatever, which is better than when I left Thor, because when I left Thor, I was annoyed. So I will say that this is better than Thor, because when I left Thor, I felt I was just leaving a giant one-liner, whereas this one was certainly more of a movie, and the humor wasn't quite as thick. It still had that crappy Marvel humor, but not as bad as Thor. The acting was good. I mean, from the main cast, you've got Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Paul Rudd. I like Paul Rudd movies, even though he's kind of a tool.
No cap.
And the supporting cast was kind of whatever. The dude that played Kang was fine. He wasn't bad at all. He did well. But good acting will only take you so far with a bad script. I feel they should have named this movie Ant-Man and Cassie. Do better, Dad. Because that's kind of how this whole thing started. So in the beginning, Cassie's arrested. And she's arrested for being in a peaceful protest. And right there, it just takes me out of the whole thing, because there used to be a time where you didn't need to describe a protest as peaceful. And when they started needing to be described as that, they might not have been as peaceful as they wanted you to think. So to get Cassie, it's Ant-Man, Wasp, and Cassie. And they're pretty much, Hope and Cassie are pretty much just going after Scott and telling him he could do more to help society. He's been kind of checked out because, he lost his family for 5 years, and he's just been wanting to hang out with his daughter, and he wrote a book and all this stuff. So they're just getting on Scott's case. And that just, the guy who helped save the universe in Endgame just wasn't doing enough. It's never enough with these social justice people. It will never be enough. There's nothing you can do for them to shut the fuck up. Anyways, so what else? Let's see. Another fun part was when Michael Douglas's character was all like, socialism is a charged word. And so for me, that combined with this social justice messaging that they were trying to bring in, just removed me once again, because they're trying to bring in all this other bullshit you see in real life with these people bitching and whatnot. And I just couldn't take it. And why is Disney trying to put socialism in a good light? It was in reference to these ants that Hank was working with back on Earth. And they were like building their own technology and stuff like that. And so they ended up getting sucked into the quantum realm with everyone else. And when they got sucked in, they went through some sort of time displacement thing where they actually were living like 10,000 years in a human day. So they went on to become huge developments. You know what? Now that I think about it, these ants were gigantic, and maybe that's just part of their evolution in this. But like, you know, when you go into the quantum realm, you're still relative in size. Like Scott and Cassie and Hope and all of them, they didn't change size comparatively, whereas these ants were massive. Maybe that's just part of the evolution that they found through socialism. Why is Disney painting this in a positive light? Because that's what they want. That's what these giant corporations want. They want socialism, and also these people that are obsessed with the social justice messaging, they want socialism because they want to tell you what to do with your life. I'm not big into politics, but I am big into freedom, and I love freedom. And socialism is the exact opposite of that. So this was disgusting in my opinion. Then we also had MODOK. I'm sure everyone's seen the MODOK stuff. He looked great with his mask on, but when the mask came off, it definitely just looked like a stretched Photoshop face over in this suit. And it did not look good. They should have just kept his mask on, or in shooting of the face, they could have done practical effects makeup wise, and then throw in a little bit of CG just to kind of, you know, make everything rounded out and just make his face more grotesque. It would have worked a lot better. They felt it necessary to show his butt. Cheap joke, but they wanted to show MODOK's tiny little ass. This is the second movie from Marvel we've gotten where they're showing dude ass. Now, they're showing dude ass, and they're taking away Karen Gillian's feminine form in the new Guardians of the Galaxy poster. Make of it what you will. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I've been sitting on this review for a week now today, right? I saw it a week ago today. And originally I left it thinking, okay, yeah, that was about a 4. But the longer I sat on this messaging that I just felt was really thick, I just got more and more upset. And so now I'm giving it like a 2. Like Thor's a 1, Ant-Man Quantumania is a 2, and I'm just so done. Anyways, if you like what you saw, please subscribe, leave a like, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.